The location of my studio has always been crucial to the kind of work I produced. It's always been very important to me that I'm in a space that's suffused with history, tradition and the inherent conflicts within when we're looking at the modern world and social and economic developments. The kind of stories that attract me are always kind of anecdotal, humorous and redolent of something greater. We're in my studio on Club Row, Shoreditch, East London, just on the fringes of the city, the financial heart of Britain. My name's Dant. I'm a fine artist working in the graphic tradition. As a printmaking student at the Royal College of Art, the kind of prints that attracted me were the popular prints, the things that were kind of spewed out there in the street. They were there one day, they were gone the next. Another reason why I love having my studio next to the City of London is the work I do has kind of direct roots in the activities of the coffee houses and the trading there. I think the tradition within which I'm working is one of the kind of the grand narrative, whereby the viewer is kind of drawn into a series of stories that I've kind of knitted together as a kind of encyclopedic compendia of the information I glean through sketchbooks in the street. I usually work on a very large scale, on kind of huge sheets of paper that I'll stretch up on a large drawing board in my workshop. Then I'll kind of gather together all of my research material, which from libraries, archives and from sketching directly from life in the street. All I have at my disposal is a brush and a bottle of ink. Because of the materials I'm working with are the same materials that an artist would have used in the 18th century. I'm aware I'm in the 21st century, and conceptually engaging with the past is a kind of 21st century activity. The drawings seem to be not timeless, but not of a specific era. So I like to see them as existing either not in the past, not in the present, and not in the future. They're kind of floating somewhere else. The work I've been commissioned to make for Westminster involves several areas of research. And one is going to involve me travelling up and down the country with my sketchbook to key marginal seats, to events of national significance, which may or may not be connected to the general election. And then another part of my research will be in libraries and archives, where I like to try and, especially with the geographic aspect of the general election, find historical parallels to what's happening now. I don't work as a editorial cartoonist, so the grist to my mill aren't the kind of slip-ups and the mistakes that politicians make. It's more just the zeitgeist of the moment. The advantage I have over press and broadcast media is I don't have to find a story. I just have to depict what I find. There's an element to being or occasionally being in the right place at the right time. For me, the general election is going to be all about the electorate. It's about their fears, whether MPs can provide them with reassurance. It's about the economy, and it's about the reality of that in the lives of the electorate. I think the finished work will be a picture of Britain in its entirety. I want it to be a coherent and cogent view of who we are as political beings now.